transformation executed by unprecedented precision, a diabolical athlete.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of ECW Unstoppable. And ladies and gentlemen, 2 weeks away from March Mayhem on the road to Final Testament.
An Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring, representing Evolution from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, Braun Breaker.
And coming out first to kick us off, it is the former ECW Unstoppable Heavyweight Champion, Braun Breaker, the badass dog with no mask on his face today. Interestingly enough, but nonetheless representing, to my knowledge, Hardcore Evolution in this opening contest, looking to get back into the world title picture after losing in a special guest referee matchup at St. Valentine's Day Massacre against the current champion, Adrian, the Destroyer. Bit of a mess was that matchup, and even lost a couple of weeks ago against the Savior, trying to redeem himself. So a little bit of a slump for Braun Breaker, looking to get past it here against a man who's on the uprise. He is known as the Young OG. Currently, this month of March 2-0 is none other than Myron Reed. Myron Reed, of course.
From Louisville, Kentucky, weighing in at 209 pounds, and Reed.
Trying to get into a title picture, probably going to be the television title. As again, one of the most exciting superstars on this roster, one of the younger talents. The heart breaker, the heart stopper, Myron Reed. Looking to make it 3-0 for the month of March and make it the year of the OG. So here we go, Braun Breaker taking on Myron Reed. A huge matchup kicking us off for Unstoppable here tonight. Both men straight running through. Gonna see that stun dog millionaire by Myron Reed. Of course, both men going through different paths right now. Nice knee there, showing off. As Myron Reed point out all the stops here in our opening contest. Going for a quick cover on the former world champion in kick foot one. Of course, seeing Myron Reed defeat Zilla Fatu, a former tag team champion. As again, Myron Reed going for another cover and a few of it too. Myron Reed then defeated a former #1 contender for the World Championship in Captain Carter. Now looking to pin a former World Champion in Braun Breaker. Completely changing the tide now. Wrenching on the neck of Myron Reed. Now taking off the arm of Reed. Reed able to escape. Good thing he's got that extra taped up, extra padded arm, and a shoulder tackle by the former NFL Braun Breaker. And oh no, right into the concrete floor. Bounces Myron Reed's head. Braun Breaker might be trying to make sure Myron Reed doesn't come out of here alive. Just tossing Reed like a rag doll. Reed with the heart fighting back. This the man that's meaner than evil. Hip toss by Breaker. There's a reason he's a former world champion. The leader of Hardcore Evolution. With the likes of Tommy Dreamer, who we'll see later on tonight. John Moxley, the current television champion. And another shoulder tackle by Breaker. And Mac, of course, we've seen Myron Reed versus Mac before. What is this? Electric chair position. Or, excuse me, torture rack position. Myron Reed able to get out of it. Big cutter! Middle of the ring, out of nowhere. And Reed not done. Elbow drop to the back. Oh, look at this. Taking out both the arms. Oh, wrenching on the arms. Oh, and a nice little pinfall. And Breaker able to kick out of one. Haven't seen that one before. But very impressive from the young OG nonetheless. Breaker realizing he needs to get a weapon as well as Myron Reed setting up a ladder. Could only mean just catastrophicness. Catastrophe. As I put together my words, Myron Reed throwing him onto the ladder. On face first, onto the edge of the ladder. Looking for another weapon. Steel chair, decides to put it down, realizes Breaker's stirring. And here comes Braun Breaker. Back and forth here. Right into the ladder again. Breaker trying to make sure he doesn't get put on top of that ladder. And now Breaker with the double knees. The gut check from the badass dog. And a lifeless Myron Reed. Braun Breaker looking to make him pay. Just blows him down onto that chair. Oh, an ankle right on the chair as well. Breaker showing no remorse. That's what Hardcore Evolution is all about. Getting back to the roots like it's do or die situation. All they care about is gold and making money for their family. A big spear breaking Myron Reed in half. And Braun Breaker puts away the undefeated streak of Myron Reed.
Here is your winner, Braun Breaker.
And I say undefeated streak with a grain of salt, but win streak nonetheless. Torn apart. Braun Breaker picking up a huge must-need victory for the badass dog, trying to find himself in his hardcore evolution ways. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Time to hear from the Queen of Extreme, the former women's champion, Jade Cargill, after losing to Rhea Ripley at Valentine's Day Massacre. Jade Cargill saying at March Mayhem, she will win back the Women's Championship from Rhea Ripley and walk into Final Testament as the Queen of the World. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for our next contest. And we already know at March Mayhem, it will be God taking on Hardcore Evolution for the Tag Team Championships. This is rightfully so. We already seen Tama Tonga last week in action.
It's an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Tama Tonga, representing the Doom. From Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 230 pounds. One half of the ECW World Tag Team Champions, Tama.
And Tama Tonga was victorious over Matt last week. And now it's Tonga Loa's turn to get his one-on-one dues as he takes on Tommy Dreamer, former television champion, in one-on-one competition ahead of their title defense.
And his opponent, representing Evolution from Yonkers, New York, weighing in at 245 pounds.
And here comes Hardcore Evolution's Tommy Dreamer, Mac, coming down to the ring. Of course, earned themselves this opportunity by defeating God in a Proving Grounds matchup, as they've been on a bit of a tear as of late. Braun Breaker finally getting back to his winning ways, as we saw earlier. Can Tommy Dreamer do the same after Mac lost last week and draw this matchup one apiece? Big boot by Dreamer to kick off the matchup in an elbow drop. Tama Tonga looking like he regrets sending Loa out there with that big boot. Beautiful stomp by Dreamer, lifting up. Tama Tonga showing off the huge strength for the power slam. And ladies and gentlemen, later on tonight, our main event, it is Mick Foley's choice. Who will Seth freaking Rollins, the Legends champion, face in our main event tonight? It should be a good one, whoever it is. And oh my God! Didn't the Dreamer had the strength in him like that. Just powering up Tonga Loa. And another beautiful elbow drop, this time crashing down to the floor. Of course, Dreamer, former tag team champion with RVD, a part of the ECOGs, so no stranger to the tag team titles. Of course, God, a two-time tag team champions. Now part of the Revolt with Adrian the Destroyer, who we will hear next after this matchup. The current Unstoppable World Champion. So these two factions, of course, trying to get the better of one another. We saw them in six-man tag, Hardcore Evolution and the Revolt, which Hardcore Evolution picked up the huge victory. So there's been a lot of back and forth the last couple of months between these two teams, these two factions. Which one wants the gold more? I can see it, March Mayhem. Oh, and distraction by Matt, good enough for Dreamer to capitalize. Now Dreamer DDT. Going for a quick cover on Tonga Loa. And Loa kicks out at 2. Dreamer wanting to get up, jumping DDT. All different forms of the DDT being shown off here by the legend. 1, 2, another one, yes! Dreamer picks up the victory and makes it 1-on-1, 1 apiece.
Here is your winner.
Ahead of their tag team matchup at March Mayhem. Will we see new tag team champions? Will Hardcore Evolution be draped in gold? We got a couple of weeks to find out, but it's looking good for the Innovator of Violence and the Hustler come Sunday night.
I wasn't gonna say anything at first, but this dude keeps rambling about how he gave me chances, about how I wasn't his first pick for this and that. I may have not been the first choice, but I was the only person who went. I was the only person who was down to do anything with you. Just like the trampoline park. That plan fell through because nobody else wanted to. So, are these all the great excuses the Savior can come up with? That he took me under his wing? That he gave me chances? Well, I took my chance. And we see how well it's going. And I see how well it's going for you too. Because I turned on you to show ECW that you don't run the place like you say you do. You don't. Just because you're a big name in ECW doesn't technically mean you run the place. Anybody could run the place. You're on your high horse thinking that you can't be touched, and I showed every single person that you can be. And I'm happy about that. Because I'm not in your shadow anymore. If anything, you're in my shadow. You're chasing me. And when we have our match for my title, I want to see some version of you that has a vision mid-match that is insane, thinking about one of his exes or one of his girlfriends or whatever. I want the best version, but I don't even think that would be good enough. So, good luck, Xavier. You're gonna need it, because I don't want to hear you cry after losing to me. I don't plan on just beating you. I plan on ending you. I plan on this being the end of the Savior. Because you've been around too long. You've been politicking and doing all of this too long. That it's time to end it. And if you think coming to my new house is gonna fix that, try. I dare you.
It's going to be very interesting in our co-main event. Adrian the Destroyer taking on Xavier the Savior for the Unstoppable World Heavyweight Championship. A lot of bad blood between former friends. And ladies and gentlemen, we're being brought to you by a legend in our main event. Everybody needs to stand up and salute this legend right here, Seth frickin' Rollins.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Davenport, Iowa,
I know, y'all are calling me a critic in the comments, I'm sure, because of what I've said about Seth Rollins the past couple of months. I mean, it's true. The man has some issues, but you cannot doubt his greatness when it comes to being in the ring. Current Legends champion, defeating Cactus Jack at St. Valentine's Day Massacre, and now he will meet him in a Hell in a Cell in 2 weeks' time for the Legends Championship. Seth Rollins, of course, picked the opponent for Cactus Jack in Jon Moxley. He was unable to defeat Mox.
And his opponent from Mexico City, weighing in at 209 pounds, Crazy!
And ladies and gentlemen, making his return to ECW, it is none other than Super Crazy. It is time to have some fun here in our main event. Was a part of the Golden Duo with Lucha Troy. And now he's back for a one-on-one matchup against Seth frickin' Rollins, the Legends champion. And a legend in real time. Super Crazy and a snap suplex by Rollins to kick off the matchup. The fans do not see true prowess over Super Crazy returning here tonight, but Crazy was Cactus Jack hand-picked opponent for Rollins here tonight. Look at this Super Crazy off the top rope, looking good at 55 years old. Seth Rollins might not be too happy about a retirement home for Unstoppable, but definitely would be happy putting them all in their place. As a revolutionary taken out. Super Crazy with a reversal here. Showing off his own. And an X Factor by Rollins. You know, it's been nice seeing all the legends coming around. Tommy Dreamer, the Sandman, Super Crazy, Jazz. And a big crossbody by Rollins. Of course, that's the love about this new ECW, getting to see the past and the present fight it out for the legendary championships, like the Legends Championship. Spanish Fly by Crazy. Holding his own, but Rollins again, the master, playing the cards right, looking towards Crazy, who goes to the ropes. Big drop kick. Again, another quick cover by Rollins, trying to put this matchup away early. And a kick out at 2. Rollins coming back in the ring, deciding against another submission here. Another cross face, trying to put away the Hall of Famer Crazy. Super kick. Boy, it'd be huge if Super Crazy defeats Rollins here. And beautiful maneuver. Oh my God, split-legged off the ropes. But again, Rollins giving everything he's got here. Super Crazy is able to hit 1 or 2 moves and it immediately gets countered. Rollins taking pedigree. Super Crazy countering with a big clothesline. Let's go, mi amigo. Rollins again reversing everything. And a big drop kick. No. Super Crazy with his own reversal. And this Super Crazy might be thinking something disasterful for Seth Rollins. A beautiful Spanish Fly. Off the top rope, a grande super fly. Spanish Fly, excuse me. And now it's Super Crazy. Going back to his hardcore roots, looking for a weapon of choice. He pulls out a ladder to do some even more disastrous stunts. And Seth Rollins trying to end it with a drop kick there. Reversal by Crazy. And a beautiful German suplex. Got some hang time on that one. A quick cover by Crazy. Rollins kicks out at 2. Crazy with the combo. Kick right to the midsection. Lowers down Rollins. Might have really hurt himself there. He's shaking off that knee. As Crazy goes high flying though. Playing possum is the Legends champion. Now a gut buster. And drop kick misses. Crazy. Needs to try and put this matchup away. Do not want to stay in there longer than he has to. Another beautiful move by the legendary Crazy. Busting open Rollins. Crazy with a disaster kick. Shining Wizard. Rollins is in a tough predicament here in our main event. Crazy. Again. The hardcore in his blood. Wants to put this matchup away in style. Crazy. Double underhook. Rollins reverses. Hurt the back of Crazy, and now Rollins capitalizing with the curb stomp cover. 1, 2, and Crazy kicks out. What in the hell? Rollins with the table. Sets Crazy against the ropes, big clothesline. Crazy pops right back up. He's feeding off the fans and sends him right into the fans. And a beautiful super kick. Crazy with a sledgehammer. Right to the midsection of the Legend champion. Cactus Jack must be in the back. Looking proud, big forearm. Crazy slowing it down a little bit. He's trying to catch his breath. Oh, beautiful brainbuster. Fisherman brainbuster. And what is this? Canadian Destroyer Code Red by Crazy. Putting out all the stops against the Legends champ. Crazy back to that sledgehammer. Rollins is gassed. Rollins doesn't know where he is. And a genius pick by Cactus Jack, it seems like. Even though he may or may not get the win, Rollins has been put to the limits by Crazy here tonight. And Crazy again getting the feeling from the crowd. Trying to go toe-to-toe with Rollins, who throws a right. And Crazy with a one of his own. Back and forth, he's going to get the better exchange. Crazy asking for more. Rollins giving it to him. Again, back and forth, and these two just going to meet in the middle. Good old-fashioned hockey fight. And both men miss it with a drop kick. Rollins able to capitalize first. Throws him into the corner. Busts him open with the corner as well. Uh-oh, Rollins looking to make Crazy retire here. Rollins, what's he thinking? Oh, German suplex almost hit the the trash can, excuse me. Just missing by a wide margin. Oh no, Rollins has him in the fire! Crazy just got his eyes lit on fire. Blurry vision for Crazy. Not good. But Crazy somehow able to dodge. With both men outside. Rollins with a big forearm plants him down to the ground. How in the world is this matchup still going on? Kendo stick in hands, takes out the knee of Crazy. Rollins swinging for the fences, misses. Another one, another code red. Rollins getting folded in half. And now it's Crazy swinging for the fences. Crazy going up top. Can he hit this from afar? Frog splash. Yes, he can. Picture perfect. 1, 2, and Super Crazy just defeated Rollins. What the hell?
Here is your winner, Super Crazy!
What a showing for the legendary Super Crazy. Picking up a huge victory over the Legends champion. And again showing that Cactus Jack can defeat Seth frickin' Rollins. As Crazy, welcome back to ECW. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit that little bell. And as always, have a good night.